my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a little handbag wish list update. However, today's video is going to be focused only on vintage, pre-loved, not currently available, not new handbags. In addition to that, I have a little unboxing to share with you guys as well. But before we get started, if you guys are new around here, welcome. My name is Andrea. I typically do videos all about beauty, sometimes fashion, sometimes a little bit of lifestyle and luxury. So if those are topics that interest you, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the post notification bell button so you are aware every single time I post a new video. Let's go ahead and get started. So with all of the talk in the luxury space about what these brands are charging for these handbags, with all of these handbags going up more and more, I don't know if you guys find yourself like I have, but I've been really delving into the pre-loved vintage market to really get pieces that I feel like are more unique that we don't see nowadays, and maybe sometimes also like good quality depending on what house it is. So I figured for today's video we would talk about the handbags that are currently on my wish list that are only available in the pre-loved market. So this first handbag has been on my wish list for several years. I think I saw Shea Whitney talk about this handbag first, and it is the Chanel filigree flap in the small with the beige and the black. Everything about this bag just looks so beautiful. The colorway I think is super classic because it's the classic beige and black, so it goes with neutrals, browns, beiges, blacks obviously. And I also think it can go with a lot of other pieces because it is neutral. It's that beige and black. I love the design of this because it's not as bulky as the jumbo, the small, the medium with the double flap because of the double flap. So I feel like you have a lot more space in there. I love that you can use it as a crossbody bag, that you can use it as a shoulder bag, or that you can tuck the chains in and then use it as like a little clutch or pouch. Since I saw Shea Whitney's video, like literally like 4 years ago or something like that, I have been obsessed with this bag. But the reason I have not pulled the trigger on it yet is because this handbag is so expensive. Most people really like this handbag, so there's very few in circulation in terms of a pre-loved market. So when you find one in really good condition, it's usually going to cost you anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000, which is absolutely insane considering that this handbag retailed, I think, $2,900 or $3,100 when it originally launched in 2016. But everybody that I know, not personally, but like on YouTube that has reviewed this handbag has been absolutely obsessed with it. So this is the #1 on my vintage handbag wish list. Before we continue, let's go ahead and do that unboxing, especially because we were just talking about one of the most coveted handbags from Chanel, the small filigree. And since we were just talking about the Chanel filigree, I wanted to go ahead and do the little unboxing right now. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So here is the box. I'm really well packaged with tons of stuff in here. Might be able to guess what it is because we were just talking about this. It's not the filigree flap, unfortunately, but it is from Chanel. Came with the dust bag. And here we have the Chanel filigree card holder in the beige and black. I'm so obsessed with this. It looks super good. You can see a little bit of wear on the corners here, but you got to remember that this collection came out in like 2016, so it's almost like 10 years old. And for it being almost 10 years old, it's still in really good condition. There's no weird smell to it or anything, and it came with the authenticity card as well. This portion of the video is kindly being sponsored by Pawn America, so thank you so much for working with me on today's video. The story of this filigree flap. In my search for the Chanel small filigree flap bag, this kept popping up on like one of those Google searches or like the Google advertisements that come up from pawnamerica.com. Pawn America is actually a pawn shop that is based here in Minnesota that is currently specializing in luxury goods. If you go to their website, you will see that it's filled and stocked with so many luxury items. When I went and I clicked on this, I was like, let me see what else they have. And it was literally pages and pages of handbags, designer sunglasses, shoes, wallets, as you can see. So although they are based in Minnesota and they have several stores here in Minnesota that you can physically visit to, if you're from the Midwest or from around here or the Dakotas or anything like that, you can actually look at all of their stock or most of their stock on pawnamerica.com. Trust me, I know what you're gonna say. Wait a minute. It's a pawn shop. How do you know that it's legit? On their website and their Instagram, they have full transparency as to how they go about sourcing, purchasing, and finding all of their luxury goods. And like I said, right now they are currently specializing in building all of their luxury portfolio. So they are really focused on making sure that they have the best quality items, authentic items, and more importantly, at a great price. As you can see on here, It does have very minor wear, which they fully disclosed in all of their pictures. Also have a full return policy if you guys don't like your item, if you think that your item's not authenticated, but all of the items that come through them and that are sold through them are 100% authentic and will be authenticated before you get it to them. The thing that really enticed me though was the price. I was scouring high and low for the filigree small flap. And even when I saw this, I was like, oh, I really like that, but let me see if I can find it cheaper somewhere else. The cheapest I found anywhere else, I think was like $500 or $600. On Pawn America's website, I got this for $325 in really good condition with the authenticity card and the little bag as well. I am so excited to have this. This is gonna look so cute once I get my filigree small flap handbag. If you guys are like me and on a vintage journey, if you want pre-loved items and you're looking for places, legitimate places, reputable places with great prices, I highly recommend you check pawnamerica.com. Thank you so much to Pawn America for sponsoring this part of today's video. So talking about Chanel, the next handbag that's on my wish list, I'm sure is on a lot of people's wish list, but it's the Chanel Diana handbag. It's a very similar style to the Chanel Jumbo, but I think it has a lot more positives than the Chanel Jumbo. Number one, it doesn't have the double flap on there, so it's not so tedious to open and close it. It does still have the beautiful burgundy lining on the inside, and most of the Diana handbag year or the circulation around the time that it was made is a year where they usually made the gold on it gold plated. So a lot of people really focus on the quality of this handbag being super long lasting and durable because it is made with better quality products, quote unquote, right? Like I don't have the handbag to really say whether it is or isn't. A lot of people say that it definitely is. I think another pro to this handbag is if you like the look of the Jumbo with the quilted kind of diamonds, but you don't want it to be so bulky because of the double flap or the chain of it, I think the Diana is a better alternative for that because you can get it in the medium, the small size as well. It doesn't have that double flap on there. It's literally just you close it one flap and then it's a turn lock on there as well. I also think it's a little bit more unique to that classic Jumbo flap because it obviously doesn't have the diamond quilting all over it and on the sides, but it still does give the same effect with the diamond and the gold hardware on there. This is just such a beautiful handbag. But again, it's another really popular handbag, so these tend to be a little bit on the higher side. We'll see if I can find one for an affordable price, but until then, it's gonna stay on my handbag wish list. I got one more Chanel handbag. This is the Chanel Timeless CC shoulder bag, I think is what it's called. So it's this one right here. I'm so obsessed with this. We recently saw Charlotte in And Just Like That. Is that what it's called? And Just Like That, the new reboot of Sex and the City. Charlotte had the pink version on there. Even before I saw that show, I had this handbag on my wish list. I just couldn't remember what it was called. This one again has the classic Chanel CCs, but it's not as overt or in your face because it's not in the gold. It's in the like color of the handbag. It's just a little bit bigger. But it also has a diamond quilting, which again is associated with classic Chanel. I love that it's a shoulder handbag style, so you're not gonna be able to wear this crossbody or like a long strap, but the shoulder strap on it seems to be like a really good size as well. Like we're not talking like Louis Vuitton pochette where it's like really tight on your arm. I just love the whole look of this. Shoulder bags are so popular right now, and it comes in different sizes. You can get a mini, you can get the small, and you can get the medium as well. I think it just depends on your frame, what you want to put inside the bag, but I just love this handbag. I think it would just look so good with pretty much any outfit. And the last handbag that I have on my wish list as of right now, I'm sure there's going to be more, is the Louis Vuitton Popping Court bag. So this bag, I actually saw, what is her name? Alyssa from The Gal's Guide talk about this a couple of months ago. This handbag is literally the only East-West style bag, so like the long version handbags that I like. When she pulled it out, I was like, that is so cute. I love the monogram and traditional vachetta of it. Something about it looks like very trendy because it is an East-West bag without looking fake. I feel like sometimes monogram LV bags can tend to look like they're fake or they're replicas. For some reason, the Popping Court, it just looks very on trend, very on point. And like I said, I don't normally like East-West bags, like the long style of it, but that bag just looks so good in that combination. I also love how much space is in there because it's like one giant compartment. And if you open it up, the tassel and zipper open completely, so you get lots of space on the inside for it. I've also seen it with like a big shoulder strap so you can wear a crossbody too. And I just love it. Like I said, I don't normally like East-West bags. When I saw that bag, I really was obsessed with it, that I'm like, I have to find this bag and add it into my collection, especially because I don't have too much monogram in the vachetta and the traditional monogram. I think it would just be the perfect addition to my current collection. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's video. Those are all the handbags that are currently on my vintage / pre-loved handbag wish list. Leave it down in the comments if you guys are currently looking for any pre-loved items, any pre-loved handbags. I definitely want to know what they are. And if you currently are on the hunt for something that's pre-loved from a past collection but's in really good condition, I highly recommend you check out pawnamerica.com. I feel like I'm on there every other day just searching through their inventory because they are constantly getting new inventory, and some of the bags and some of the accessories I've seen I haven't seen anywhere else. Like my filigree card holder, I only saw 2 on Poshmark, and those were going for like $700, $800. So I'm so happy that I was able to pick it up on pawnamerica.com. Thank you so much to Pawn America for sponsoring a part of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Stay safe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.